CrossGen episode 52 sound check.
Check.
That's it.
Well,
That's a very easy sound check. Nothing.
No. Hold on.
No, it's just a sound check.
But we gotta have a check, not a sound check, not just a regular sound check. It has to be a check. Check.
Check.
I don't know what to.
Andre's still half asleep.
Corday, it's the best rapper out right now.
It's super early, so he's still
technically
sleepy.
Nas.
Sleepy AJ
Yeah, sleepy AJ.
and stuff.
Eminem's fast rapping isn't rapping. It's gibberish. Gibberish.
Okay.
Nice try,
Gibberish.
but you're not gonna bait me with that.
Nah. It's gibberish, bro.
Really gibberish or gibberish?
It's just flow, no rap.
Well, I think the point is that he's lyrically talented enough to rap that fast.
No, that's just no. You're not getting a message across, so I don't care.
Okay.
Podcasts are beginning, and they might be ending.
Intro music.
No, the intro music already played. We're already live into the show.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Wait, when is it playing? It started playing when we pressed record.
No.
Previous to that.
In the check?
After that.
Oh, the in-between.
The in-between.
Oh, that makes sense.
The upside down.
Okay, so then intro music end.
In between the upside down. Today is supposed to be Netflix's Stranger Things Day.
Really?
Yeah, because supposedly November 6th in 1983 in the show, that's when the events of Stranger Things happened. So,
But it's November 5th.
No.
Oh, wait, it's November 6th.
Yeah, early in the morning.
Why won't they release it? Are they going to release it on November 6th?
No, because then we would have been watching it already.
Well, no, like next year, maybe.
Why are you going to wait that long? They already have the season practically done.
Oh.
Yeah, but aren't they in post-production?
Yeah, they're in post. Pretty
Is
sure.
it going to take a whole year?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It takes a couple of months.
It takes a while,
yeah.
especially for a show that's whatchamacallit.
It has a lot of graphics.
Yeah, a lot of CGI and stuff. It's supposed to come out in 2022.
Yep. So was right.
Sometime between
I don't know about that.
February and April. So we're still quite a bit away for Stranger Things season 4.
It is what it is. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
letting you remember that Stranger Things season 4 is coming out because it's been quite a while, right?
And that Jim becomes Red Guardian.
Yes, so
I don't remember it. I remember was
sorry, not Jim, Hopper.
Hopper,
His name is
Hopper. Hopper. Spoiler
got captured
alert.
by the
spoiler alert. But that's just.
It's been how long since the season ended?
There are some people who haven't watched Stranger Things.
Everybody thought he was
dead.
Stop
living under a rock, fool.
Yeah, and they had the stupid Eggo scene, right? Isn't that the end where 11 found the Eggos or something like that?
Something like that.
And realized, oh, Hopper is alive or something like that.
Held by
or maybe that was
the
season
Russians.
2. Oh, yeah, he's held by the Russians.
Yes, and that's how he becomes Red Guardian.
Jesus, they're trying to do...
Yeah.
Man, they're really going into that.
Yeah, and no stakes, right? Because
I feel like
people die, they don't die.
Yeah.
So
I feel like this is a really bad time to start talking about that.
Well, anyway, talking about red stuff. But before we do that, because we haven't even introduced ourselves, we haven't even introduced the show. We've kind of gone straight into talking. So, hi everybody. This is the CrossGen podcast. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining us. I am your host, Walt, and I'm joined by my wonderful 2 other hosts of this podcast, AJ and Eli. Guys, say hello.
It's not related to the podcast like it normally is, but it'll be Omega AJ today.
Eli Atreus.
There you go.
Atreus or Atreides?
Oh, Atreides. Yeah,
You don't
Eli
even know your own
Atreides.
name.
Elijah
Wake up, fool.
Atreides. Elijah Atreides.
Okay.
Bet.
Well, going back to the Russian and the whole red theme and stuff like that, we're not going to be talking about this per se, but we're going to be talking about something that came out with the stars of this, as they were promoting the film. So November 5th saw the limited release of Netflix's Red Notice. And so that is a film, again, in limited release in theaters starting November 5th, but in full release on Netflix November 12th. And that is a film starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot. And it's directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber. Now, that's kind of significant because this is the third time that Dwayne Johnson has worked with this director. The first time was Central Intelligence.
Yeah, I can see it.
And the second time that he did it was the kind of forgotten Dwayne Johnson film, Skyscraper.
Don't even know what that is.
I remember that one. It's like he's a cop and he's trying to get into this skyscraper because these people are like, oh, it's the most advanced building in the world.
Yep.
And blah, 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 blah.
There you go.
That was actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah. So, but nobody remembers it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the forgotten film. People ask. It's kind of like that and Rampage. Rampage, not
People
a lot.
Forgot about Rampage. That's crazy.
Do you remember Rampage?
No, I don't remember Rampage.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Rampage was
interesting that the music for this film is done by Steve Jablonsky, who also scored the Transformer films. So just a couple of geek.
He's here. Actually, he made some pretty good music for the Transformers movie. Yep.
So the movie for the budget for this movie was about 160 to 200 million. So it's a pretty expensive movie to make. And that kind of makes sense considering the stars that are attached to this, right?
Yep.
So the premise of this movie is that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson plays a character called John Hartley, and he works. Yeah, he's the FBI's top profiler, and so he goes and he arrests Ryan Reynolds' character Nolan Booth, who is at the time the top art thief in the world,
until he's not.
And that is Gal Gadot's character, the Bishop, also known as Sarah Black, right? So through some mechanisms that we saw through the trailer, right? Gal Gadot, not only is she a very good art thief, but apparently she's an excellent hacker and finds a way to frame The Rock's character into getting a red notice, hence the name of the film, right? Which basically says he is now wanted by the FBI, the organization that he works for. And eventually it seems like he goes to jail. So given the fact that somehow they escape, him and Ryan Reynolds, right? They kind of make a uncomfortable agreement between each other saying, hey, you help me get Sarah Black, the Bishop, Gal Gadot's character, right? Who is now the number one art thief in the world. And in return, you'll help me clear my name and I'll make you the number one art thief in the world again, because we're going to arrest Gal Gadot. And so that's how the film is. So we just saw the trailer. What did you guys think about the trailer, first of all?
It looks fun.
I'm sort of on the iffy side with it. It doesn't really seem, it's very controversial, all that original. But again, it's action movies and it's the usual trope. So
wait, controversial, huh?
Because I don't want to piss any people. Well, no,
it's your opinion.
Yeah, it's not original.
And
sorry,
you know what? It's
same
not,
tropes.
It's not a it's not a view that hasn't been shared by other people, because if you look, I just look real quick at the IGN review, and they put it as an okay film that copies a lot of other
Yeah.
films. Okay.
It's just a redo of Central Intelligence.
Yeah, in a sense. And Rotten Tomatoes hasn't exactly been kind to it, because I believe the film now sits at a 43% rating, which makes it a rotten film
Yeah.
in terms of Rotten Tomatoes. Um, and the Metacritic, which is the one that I really look at a little bit more intensely, has it at 36%.
Sheesh.
So the
Wow.
difference
Screwed.
between Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic is that Rotten Tomatoes, and we may have explained this again before, but let me explain it again. Rotten Tomatoes, what it does is it doesn't take averages of critics' ratings. What it does is it just says, okay, was this a positive rating? Then it's fresh. Was this a negative rating? Then it's rotten, and then just takes the average of that, right?
Mm.
So a rating of 51% in Rotten Tomatoes would be fresh, right?
Mhm.
So if you get enough 51% ratings, if they're all 51, it's 100% Rotten Tomatoes. So there's the disconnect there. What Metacritic does is that it does it kind of the way you would normally do it, right? You take the numbers of the ratings and you average it out. So that to me is a little bit more of a truer reflection of what the film is, as opposed to Rotten Tomatoes, where it's like, do you like it or do you not? Right?
Mm.
So the fact that Metacritic has it as 36%, that's kind of hurtful, right?
Yeah.
Um,
sure.
Bad.
But you know what? It's something that we should check out, because we do like the actors and stuff.
Mhm.
So, and listen, critics have known to be kind of disconnected with certain franchises and certain properties and things like that, certain genres. I mean, I look at horror as being one of them. Horror films are generally rated less than regular films, because not a lot of people like horror, and not a lot of people get horror. So, um, there's that, right? Um, but it does kind of look interesting, but it does have that feel of all the Netflix films, right? Where
Sorta.
they're kind of generic,
Yeah, you know what?
you
Yeah,
know,
definitely for
that
sure.
there's really they're pushing the stars rather than, the
Yeah.
story, and they're pushing the franchise, or hopefully the franchise, rather than the story. So it kind of fits in with that Netflix mold when it comes to their films,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. And it's funny because though you may have thought it, that's not the main topic of this episode.
It is not.
Dun-dun.
Yeah.
And
It is
kind of
not.
like how with Netflix, it's more about the stars than the actual movie. Guess what? The main topic is more about the stars than it is the
Whoa,
movie.
segue.
Whoa, look at
So what are we
that.
talking?
AJ was really the one that, I saw it on Instagram, but I didn't really have a chance to talk about it. But AJ jumped on it really, really quick. So, AJ, explain what we are going to be kind of geeking out over in this
Oh,
episode,
man.
because, like I said, you really, really jumped on this part, and we're super excited. Slash,
I don't know, man. Something like this hasn't been done in like a very long time.
I don't think it's ever been done.
It's been done.
in the comics,
Especially
In the
in the
comics, of
comics.
course, but
Yeah.
no, talking about
Well,
Wait.
yeah, in the movies,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
but I'm saying a crossover period has
okay.
not been done in a very long time.
Yeah.
So, The Rock, being The Rock,
yes,
um,
The Rock is very vocal and opinionated, right?
yeah, he's very ambitious, and it really shows with this latest ambition.
We stay hungry,
So-
we devour.
Yes. So, as you know, he was a co-star, he was a co-star with Gal Gadot and Ryan Reynolds, right? It also happens that, well, Gal Gadot, it kind of makes sense if they kind of run into each other, but with Ryan Reynolds, it's going to be a very interesting film to say the least, because Gal Gadot and Dwayne the Rock Johnson are part of the DC universe. He is Black Adam, or is going to be Black Adam, and Gal Gadot is Wonder Woman. So kind of makes sense if you see them run into each other in the movies.
Mm.
Ryan Reynolds, however, I don't know. Is he supposed to come back as this character, because he plays Deadpool?
He is coming back.
Good.
They're in talks, and I believe they're in the pre-production phase of Deadpool 3.
Oh, nice. So yeah, Deadpool is going to be officially part of the MCU,
which is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
I can't honestly. I can't wait for that, because
that's gonna be awesome.
That is going to listen. He's got a lot of stuff that he can make fun of. Let's put it that way, and he will.
Yeah,
Sure.
and so so what The Rock has been proposing, and I'm looking at this article from CBR, is that he wants to put together a Marvel DC crossover.
Meh.
That'll be interesting.
I don't know.
And it's funny because this idea came over during the premiere of Red Notice, and somebody just innocently asked him, "Hey, you're working with Gal Gadot. You're Black Adam. She's Wonder Woman. What are the prospects of you guys joining up?" And the normal answer to that question is, it's probably going to happen because we're in the same DC universe, right? But The Rock, being The Rock, decided, you know what? Let's take it a step further, right? And so he mentioned how he was having a conversation with Ryan and Gal, and he's basically saying, well, you know what? Why can't Deadpool jump into this thing? You know what I'm saying?
My God.
Why can't we do a crossover? I mean, we're here already. Let's just get our costumes and go, basically.
Oh God.
So, he's like, he goes to, and this was a Variety reporter that was asking him the question. He says, I turned to Ryan and Gal, and I said there should be a crossover. And this is the thing that gets me. We can be the ones to possibly make it happen. We'll see what happens. That's big statements right there. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I think.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh! I think The Rock is having like some sort of midlife crisis. Like for real, he did Face Off, and then now he's trying to do this. Like for real, I'm not even joking about that.
Man, he's unstoppable. So I don't know. Like, I'm not like, I like The Rock. I do, but like, someone's got to stop him,
Bro.
Someone's got to stop him, because
Jesus
like
Christ.
a Marvel DC crossover again. That is like, wow. That's a tall order, especially like, you're gonna have Disney and Warner Brothers working with each other like that. That is that's tall order.
Interesting. I mean, it has happened in the past, but on the comic book publishing side, the first instance was way back in 1976 with Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man. That was the first real true crossover, and then of course we did have Marvel versus DC that came a little bit later, where they took a lot of the pantheon of heroes and pitted against each other and stuff. But this is like a whole different other level, because Marvel comic books is one thing, and it's interesting enough because if you hear what Marvel says, and Marvel right now, you have to admit it's the bigger of the two companies, right? Marvel is consistently, not only with the comic books, but also with film and animation and things like that. Marvel is just a juggernaut right now. And so it was actually broached to one of the editors. His name is, I'm going to get that for you right now, Tom Brevoort, right? And he was asked if, would you ever consider doing another Marvel DC crossover in the comic books? And literally, I mean, it's kind of almost arrogant in a sense. But he
No.
said Marvel doesn't consider those events worthwhile anymore because it doesn't do anything for them. They're so big right now. Why would you share revenue with another company and help them along? And the rivalry between Marvel and DC is not as great as it used to be. There is a lot of, crossover there. I mean, they're talking about in I think in the Marvel movies they do reference DC characters.
Yeah.
I believe in Spider-Man they do talk about Superman, and stuff like that. So the the rivalry is not as great anymore, but I think that's because Marvel realizes that they don't need DC right now to excel. There was a point, especially in the 90s, where Marvel was in really big trouble. They were this close to being bankrupt. And that's kind of the reason why you saw them sell off a lot of the characters. That's why Spider Man is with Sony right now. That's why the Hulk, they can't make a Hulk movie because Universal Studios holds the rights to distribute Hulk movies. That's why you're never going to see Venom in the MCU unless they make a deal the way they did with Tom Holland and Spider Man. At In the 90s, they were so broke they had to sell off their characters, to make money and stay afloat. But now they're dealing with the repercussions of it. But at the same token, at this point, they're so big. It was like, well, we don't need DC to help us. So why should we do a crossover in the comic books?
Mhm.
AJ, what you said is interesting, though, right? Because now the collaboration is not only Marvel and DC, but it's Disney and WB.
I know, and I was about to say
And
WB's.
that's where it
Gosh.
gets a little tricky because you're a big DC fan. You can speak on how Warner Brothers deals with their films, right?
Yeah. Like we already know, like BVS, that they tried railroading in their universe like it wasn't even funny. Um Justice League. Oh my god. That whole thing. And all that stuff with Cyborg and the Flash, they Warner Brothers doesn't have the best track record when it comes to these hero films. Um, I don't know, like how would that even? I'm struggling to even conceptualize that. How that would even work?
Well, I believe that the guy over on the DC side, I believe his name is Hamada. I don't remember his first name. I apologize, but he's kind of the guy that runs DC over there. And his counterpart, we all know on the Marvel side, is Kevin Feige. He is kind of synonymous with the MCU because he really, really has been the architect of the MCU and this whole universe that he's created. He's basically made the MCU a long running show, but the episodes are movies,
Yeah.
right? That's the best way you can explain the MCU. It's a huge TV show being played out on the silver screen, and the episodes are 2 hours, 2.5 hours long, right? So he's really, really taken this whole notion of continuity in the universe really, really well. His counterpart over in DC, they're still struggling with that to the point that I think at this point they've kind of abandoned the notion of trying to do an interconnected universe. And now they're embracing the one off films that might be connected, but don't tell a bigger story, right? So there'll be references in Black Adam, obviously, with Shazam, but there's no larger story like in the MCU where it's like, oh, the Infinity Stones and Thanos and stuff like that. It's just kind of a playful, hey, Black Adam, you're Shazam. Eventually we're going to fight, but your story has nothing to do with my story. I'm telling my own story. You're telling your own story. And eventually we're going to connect and make a film, and it'll be fun and stuff like that, which is a good way of doing it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least you got to respect the fact that they've realized they can't replicate what Marvel has done in the film space.
Yeah, they needed time for that, and they
rushed
said,
it.
Yeah,
They rushed it. But that being said, Kevin Feige, being the ever pragmatic that he is, right? He hasn't exactly said no. You know, whenever
okay,
you hear whenever Kevin Feige talks, you really have to listen to what he says, because he may not say things explicitly, but whatever he says, it's like, we're gonna have to dig into that a little deeper. Um, he said that basically the idea is not on his radar, but he said, well, never say never. So that is not him dismissing the idea outright.
wow,
Right?
okay,
And Kevin Feige we trust, right? So I mean, that'll be an interesting idea if it ever came to fruition. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think if this were ever to happen, I think Kevin Feige really needs to lead this, right?
yes, I would have to agree.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way that you leave this to WB to kind of
No, no,
do
no, no, no,
this.
no, no, no.
I would say WB would have a collaboration with them and definitely have their input, is because I mean, you look at it, two of the characters are theirs, right?
Yeah,
But I think really, if this is going to succeed, Kevin Feige really needs to be the head of the project, with WB and DC kind of lending their opinion on it. And you know what? I think Kevin Feige would do a great job of it because he understands comic book characters, you know, and I don't think that he would not understand what Wonder Woman and Black Adam is as a character, right? DC or Marvel or otherwise. And I don't know, but he might have a better understanding of what those characters could mean in a film, even though it's not a Marvel property, right? I
yeah,
get the feeling that, and this probably is scary for WB, because you give Kevin Feige Wonder Woman, right?
yeah,
And you give him Black Adam, but Wonder Woman's I mean, she's part of the trilogy, right? She's one of the three main,
Oh,
the
you mean the
Trinity. I mean, I'm
Trinity?
sorry, the Trinity. She's one of the three main DC characters. What happens if Kevin Feige gives you a better Wonder Woman than WB does? Right? I mean, that has to be a concern for WB, right?
Yeah, and then I'm also thinking about this on a much broader perspective, and I know we talked a little bit about this the other day, but like, imagine this goes beyond those three characters, which is highly doubtful. But like, what I'm concerned with is the matchups,
So
if there are any.
let's
Like,
get really geeky, and let's forget about this for now. Let's get into matchups, our dream matchups in Marvel and DC right now, based on, and I think we did this before, right? Based on only the characters that we know are coming to the film, because we've already seen it in, you know, the comic books. We've seen Batman versus Hulk, we've seen Superman versus I forget who it is, and stuff like that. So let's get geeky a little bit. Let's talk matchups, and let's kind of
God.
figure out who would win in those matchups, right?
Oh God.
So, E, do you want to start? Why do you want to? Who do you think is a good matchup, Marvel, DC, in the film universe to start with?
Oh man, I need to think for that. Hold
Well,
on.
let's start with Batman. Who do you think would be a good match for Batman in the MCU? That's kind of a similar character, has similar traits, maybe does kind of the same things, because they're kind of shadows of each other, right?
Yeah.
So that
Ah,
I can think of two.
not Iron Man. Sorry. No.
Yes.
No.
That works though.
That
It
clashes in
does.
every way
Billionaire
possible.
tech.
No.
They're
Exactly.
kind of the same.
The only
in a
thing he
sense.
But their
has over Stark
personality
is that
clashes.
that's not.
Their personality clashes. It wouldn't be an interesting and like deep fight or
no,
anything like that. I feel like Captain America is a better choice.
Okay, and that was my second choice.
How do
But
their personalities not clash?
no, I think
No, theirs doesn't clash
but
at
think
all.
Think of it this way. Batman. What is Batman known for? Being very serious.
And
But
occasionally
you're gonna
having
turn
the
it
witty
into a
one-liner.
comedy.
But what is Iron Man known for? The
Who
snarkiness,
else
right?
is on?
You don't think that would drive Batman crazy, in a sense, right?
Yeah,
Here's Batman being very stoic and being very serious, and you know how Batman is. He doesn't allow himself, and then you have Stark over here, and he's just throwing quips all over the place. He's like, "What's your superpower?" Oh wait,
Okay,
your superpower is my
whatever.
superpower.
I don't know.
I think personality wise it works. I think Batman versus Captain America works on a certain level. The only problem is that Captain America is naturally superpowered, right? He has super strength, which Batman doesn't. I think
that makes it more even though.
No, I think
Captain America would not win
Well,
against
I
Batman.
mean,
Let's
to be
be honest.
fair,
well, a lot of people won't beat Batman just because of how intelligent he is and the tactics that he uses.
Yeah, let's be
right?
real here. Batman would that's a definite win for Batman.
I mean, yeah, but
And against Iron Man, that's just a whole lot worse. Batman is gonna just wipe that dude off the map like the first second through the battle.
because remember, Stark
Iron Man has nothing on him.
Stark is super intelligent. He was part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, but he's cocky. He's not gonna. It's gonna be an easy match when you're fighting somebody who doesn't take a fight seriously.
He can match them tech for tech though. If
I don't
anything, I think
Iron Man
if you
takes
go
fight seriously.
yeah, he takes
only when there's something on the line and it's close to him and it's important to him.
well.
Like let's just
He takes
fight
Batman
seriously.
But I don't think Stark would take Batman lightly.
I think you would. To some to some extent, but he's also dead too.
Yeah,
He's also dead too.
There is that.
There is that.
That is kind of hard. Maybe we can give him a sensu bean.
Wait, then that means
bring him as a
you
ghost?
can't do Captain America either.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
he's
Captain
old.
America's old. Oh,
I mean,
He's
you
old.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier versus
Winter
Batman.
Soldier. Yeah, that's actually really good.
But in that one, I don't think it's an even match.
Batman wins. Still,
I think Batman destroys in that one.
yeah, I'll give you that.
because Winter Soldier is a very formidable fighter.
Okay, so then Falcon and
But-
Winter Soldier.
Ooh, a tag team. Now
That
that's
would be
interesting.
cool.
That is
Okay.
interesting. I like
Okay.
that idea actually.
Superman versus.
Well, hold on. Before we move on, let's
okay.
talk a little bit about that because you can't just drop an idea like that and then say move on.
Oh, okay.
Come on now. That sounds super interesting. Batman versus two guys. And if you go see now the only problem is that Sam Wilson is not as techie as Stark is.
But
he has the fight.
And
Oh
they
wait,
have
but that's right. You got to have someone to kind of balance it out because Bucky is like he's the fighter, sure, But so is
I say,
Sam a little bit.
Sam is getting there,
Yeah.
but he's not as accomplished as Bucky is.
The odds are definitely
He
more
has
pitted.
some techie though, because he has the
No, he does, but he doesn't have the ability to create tech the way Stark does.
Yeah.
Like his suit is techie, but like if it breaks down, he's not the one that's going to be able to noodle and figure out something. Can I offer a different person, and you tell me if this is going to work out? And this is a person that is in the MCU, but is speculated to become a character, and that's Shuri.
Okay.
She is, and you heard the news lately that Black Panther 2 production had to stop because she got injured on set. You know.
Oh, what?
So yeah,
Okay.
she got hurt. So they had to stop production. Ryan Coogler is trying to film scenes that don't involve her, but it's getting increasingly more difficult because I mean she is going to be the star and conceivably the new Black Panther.
Really?
It makes sense.
Right? So Batman versus Shuri?
That's a much more even match in terms of both fight and brawn. I mean, tech and brawn, because remember, Black Panther also they have that flower that gives them the super strength.
Yeah, so she's gonna have powers, and
she's wicked smart. You cannot deny that. She's wicked smart.
The one thing that she has over Chad Boseman's Black Panther is that she's like genius level intellect.
Okay.
You know, she's the one that creates all the tech for the Wakandans. So that she's about the closest thing that we have right now to Stark in the MCU. So
okay.
How what do you guys think about that fight?
That
Batman
would be
versus...
interesting too.
That would be pretty interesting. But
the only thing I would say is that
is there anybody who can beat Batman though?
Man, I don't know, because you know what? Batman's a weird character, right? Because Batman doesn't have any superpowers. He's not super fast. He's not super strong, although he can build a suit that's super strong. I mean, you saw the thing that he used in The Dark Knight, right? Returns, which
that's
is
not
the
even
armor.
that's
right?
not even the scope of what the comics has been producing lately.
Yeah, I know, but that is like his version of the Hulkbuster. It's a Superman buster, right? So he can build something to make him strong, but he really doesn't. His superpower is his intelligence, his detective skills, and his ability to find the weakness
chinks in your armor.
Yeah, the weakness in a character and exploit it greatly. So that's what really makes Batman super dangerous, you know? I mean, remember that we have the animated film Doom, right?
Doom?
Yeah, the one where it's the Legion of Doom and
Justice League Doom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And in that one, they took like a comic book storyline where Batman has he's got files on each one of the Justice League characters and their weaknesses. In this film, the Legion of Doom grab it and exploit that. You know what I'm saying? So it just shows you, though, how smart and how calculating Batman is, right? As a character.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't know who could, I don't know of a character in the MCU right now that's like him.
You don't want to I don't want to put Captain Marvel in that position against Batman, because then that would be overpowering.
Yeah, but he'd still find a weakness, though.
There's nobody on his level. There's either people below him or people above him.
The
only person who possibly comes close right now is Kang.
No. Kang?
Kang,
I would say.
You know who I think thinks like Batman in the MCU right now? That's Baron Zemo.
Yes.
All right.
I was thinking about that too.
That's also, yeah.
Because if you look at what Baron Zemo did in Civil War, that's kind of like something Batman would do.
And Kang the Conqueror
You know what I'm
is
saying?
a lot more powerful.
Yeah.
He's
God level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was
That's-
thinking more along the lines of thinking 12 steps ahead in the tech. I completely forgot.
No.
But he's not powered, no?
Kang is God
Kang.
level.
Kang moves around through time.
All right, okay. All right. Well,
He's
yeah.
God level, bro.
Okay.
So he can beat Batman just on the fact that he has the ability to move through time. You know, he
Easily,
could probably
too.
go back and kill Bruce Wayne when he was a baby or something like that. You know.
Yeah, so Baron Zemo, yeah, that's a much better
Oh.
matchup. I didn't even think about
Kang
that.
can just end the entire thing.
Yeah. Baron
You really
Zemo
think about
has Baron Zemo. The only thing is that he doesn't have the fighting skills to match up with Batman, but he has the ability to kind of manipulate things to make Batman's life really, really bad. You know?
I don't know.
So
It'd have to be. I feel like there would need to be some other people there.
He would. Baron Zemo alone, I don't think can take on Batman directly.
Another team up.
Yeah, another team up
Falcon
probably.
and Buck and
That's a little bit too much now.
That's-
Okay,
yeah.
calm down.
triple
Calm
though.
down.
That would have been. Yo,
All right, so Batman's really hard. Batman's really hard. But let's move on. Superman.
I'd say the closest, and in terms of evenness, would be Captain Marvel.
Yeah. I guess.
I was thinking
you know.
Captain Marvel versus Flash.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
Flash will run circles around her.
I know, and then she has to like think up like a strategy to beat Flash. Who would you prefer then?
Against Flash, well, Quicksilver's dead, and even then, he's not nearly as fast as Flash.
Yeah.
So then,
Who's a speedster in the MCU?
There's
I don't
no
think there's
there
speedsters.
aren't any
But
speedsters.
Spider-Man
Well-
versus Flash.
Well, wait. Hold on. Quicksilver still could be a
No.
a thing,
Stop right there.
because remember the Pietro from the
Stop.
Fox
Oh,
universe.
that's Pietro. Oh, you mean Pietro, not
Pietro.
Pietro.
I said Pietro.
Yeah, but I was thinking of Pietro.
Oh no. Pietro from the Fox universe, right? Is it Fox?
Yeah,
He is kind of, in a sense, canon.
no, he's not.
You know.
WandaVision undid that.
Okay, but there is
Good thing they
a
did.
possibility.
No.
But even then, that he's still in the Fox universe.
Stop right there. No.
I mean, I would be willing to entertain it if they didn't blow it up with the
Yeah, I know.
stupid joke. But like,
Hold up. Vision versus Superman.
mm,
That's not an equal fight, but interesting.
I don't know.
It's an interesting type of thing.
It's like Superman versus
Vision versus Batman also kind of works because he's like
He's
like
no,
an
that's
AI.
that's still that. No, that's
he's like an AI, quick thinking. I don't think he has the.
he also has an Infinity Stone,
yeah.
It's true. It's true.
and we've seen what that Infinity Stone can do. And what if?
It all depends, because remember the Vision that we saw in WandaVision, again, not the real Vision, right?
Well, yeah, okay.
Superman versus Deadpool.
So is Vision alive in the MCU right now?
Yeah,
I
he's
think
White
he is
Vision.
because
Is he the
White
White
Vision,
Vision?
got converted into Vision
Yeah.
somehow.
White Vision doesn't have an Infinity Stone, does he?
No, he doesn't.
No,
actually,
but
so
he's
you know
still
what? He's
probably
all right.
powerful.
Okay, all right.
What about Deadpool versus Superman?
That-
Yo,
That's
that is-
not even a
that's
fight.
even.
That's
That's
just
even.
Listen.
that's just a comedy reel.
that works though. It
Deadpool
works.
versus everybody.
Yeah, just frick it. Just put him against
I
everybody
mean,
in the
think
DC
about it.
universe.
You can't really kill Deadpool.
No, you can't at all.
You break him into pieces. All he does is just come back. I mean, we've seen it in the movies. He lost almost his entire lower half and grew it. Although that was a very uncomfortable scene with baby bottom Deadpool.
Oh my God.
He's lost his hand. It's grown back. Like, he blew himself up completely, right, into pieces at the start of that movie.
Yeah.
Of Deadpool 2. Deadpool's a hard guy. The only thing is he doesn't take fights seriously.
Yeah,
He really, really doesn't. You
He's
know.
just gonna be that annoying kid who's like repeatedly on your leg.
exactly.
But even still, that would be, I don't know. But there's nobody who can really, I don't know, Captain Marvel versus Superman.
That's
Yeah, I think
honestly
that's
the
the
best
closest right now.
matchup. for that. You can't put Wanda. That's a weakness to magic.
MCU Hulk doesn't really work with Superman either,
No,
because
you
he's
just
a
fling him off
depowered
to-
he's a depowered version of the Hulk.
Yeah.
Especially now that he's got a busted arm.
even if he was regular Hulk, and I'm sorry, but Superman
No,
could
regular-
just fling him off to a different planet.
No.
World Breaker Hulk is kind of tough. Man.
Well, yeah, but they never
that's a
introduced that.
comics
No,
thing.
I know.
I'm talking
but
about MCU
no,
Hulk. MCU
I know,
Hulk.
and that's why I said MCU Hulk is not a good matchup for
And-
Superman. But if you look at the comics, Immortal
Okay,
Hulk,
yes, of course. There's always going to
World
be
Breaker Hulk.
there's always going to be a stronger Hulk, but
Yeah.
no, what I'm saying is normal Hulk in the MCU
No.
before Infinity
He's-
War.
I hate
would
to
have
say it.
flung him off.
I love Hulk as a character, but the MCU Hulk kind of sucks.
It's
you
stupid.
know.
They need to upgrade him.
Yeah,
already.
they haven't done Hulk in the MCU right. So
at all.
Yeah, at all. I agree with that. Okay, so Wonder Woman, who's her equal? Wonder Woman, who are we going to use Captain Marvel again?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would have been a better matchup because there's nobody else.
Shoot.
Wait, you're gonna put Wanda against Wonder?
No. That I'd reserve her for Dr. Fate.
Yeah, for Dr. Fate, but there's
Mhm.
nobody else
And
on
or
her
Black
level.
Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nobody else on
But Wonder Woman
Woman's
is
level.
difficult also because Wonder Woman is a better fighting version of Superman.
Yeah.
You know, although, well, no, she does fly in the DCEU.
Well, she
although
also
it's
flies
weird.
in the comics too.
No, I know,
And
but
animated.
it's weird because Wonder Woman in present time in the DCU doesn't fly, but in the past she does.
Oh yeah,
So-
there's that.
That's why I say, oh yeah, she kind of does fly, but whatever. You know, I hate 1984, but anyway.
What if we have to look to a villain, not so much a hero?
Wonder, but who would
Yeah,
that
who's on her
be?
level?
I'm trying to think.
Nobody on her level.
Thanos is way too much.
Oh.
Way too much. Right?
Well,
with the
Infinity
Stones, he's way too much for anybody.
No, even before. Even if he doesn't
No.
have the Infinity Stones, he's technically
He is strong.
Yeah, he's very
Well,
strong.
yeah.
I mean,
Without the Infinity Stones, that's a much more even fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
So her and Thanos, and
But-
he's a very good fighter.
It's also dead.
You know,
What about the Eternals?
Oh, and that's way too
Or at least
The
one of them,
Eternals-
like Icarus.
No, I wouldn't say one of them.
the Eternals is the closest thing that we have right now to mythological figures. You know, in
Shang-
the MCU.
Oh, Shang-Chi.
Okay, that kind of works.
And
also,
the gang, if you want to.
you know,
Well,
No, just Shang-Chi
just
alone.
Shang-Chi.
yeah, Shang-Chi alone is a pretty good.
I mean,
matchup.
we saw it. We saw the movie.
yeah.
Yeah. I would say Eternals, we haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know. But like I said, Eternals is kind of the closest thing that the MCU has to kind of like Greek and Roman mythology in a sense. At least from
Yeah.
what we've
Mhm.
seen, you know, we haven't seen the movie, but at least from what we've seen, they're kind of like these godlike figures almost, right? In a
Exactly.
sense,
And
you know?
Diana's a godlike
Shang-Chi.
figure.
Yeah, but
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi is actually a
But
really
yeah.
good.
He has the rings, and she has like the.
The bracelets.
Oh yeah, she also.
She also has
that.
a
No,
sword, but again,
the lasso.
Oh yeah, the lasso of truth.
But I don't know how. Yeah,
she
that's
also has
just
a lot
true.
more stuff to work with. now that
Yeah,
I
she
think
also
about it.
does. That's what I'm saying.
But even then, Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
I'm sure he can adapt.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll give you that.
I mean, he knows kung fu.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you know, and he's the bracelets, the 10 rings does give him immense power, you know. So that's actually a really good matchup, you know, because they're both, I think, in terms of fighting, I think maybe they're equal in that, you know.
Yeah.
So that kind of works.
Flash versus Kang
That
is,
I don't know. See, here's the thing with that.
but they both can travel in time.
Flash, if he gets time stopped, I believe he can't move.
Oh, that's right. He can time stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's godlike. I'm sorry. He's not. You can't beat Kang
Flash is the only one that's really hard to find a counterpart in the MCU right now.
because he can be overpowered and underpowered at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I
And
said
it depends
Kang
on which
might be-
Flash you're looking at. You know, I
At
know we're
least
talking
the
about
DC
the films, but the TV show Flash, I think the TV show
No,
Flash is
don't.
underpowered,
Really?
right?
Actually,
Yeah.
no.
I don't think so.
I'd
'Cause
say
he's-
he's overpowered.
Well,
He's-
we haven't seen the newer seasons.
Let me
I
can I just put it to you this way? They use swords now.
Well,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's
Bro.
happening in the seasons, but I remember at first, you know, he was always, and that was kind of the reverse of Flash's
Well, you know,
reason for
yeah.
being in there. He was always trying to push Barry to be a better version of himself, right?
Well, that's how
Yeah,
it
I'll give you
always
that.
is.
Yeah, but he was not.
underpowered.
Yeah, at
I mean,
least from when I stopped watching. I
the-
can't speak to when it is now. You know.
I mean, the only time he was actually like overpowered was when he would always change time. He always continually messed up the timeline. Just so annoying.
Yeah, he's DC's
He would
villain.
always reset it, and he was like, "What the hell is going on? Why is this happening?" But yet he literally just traveled back in time to save his
All right.
mom.
That's a
It's so
different rant
stupid.
for a different time. But
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
So I don't know who we could.
Hmm.
I mean, Flash versus
Nobody.
Quicksilver would have been kind of the only one, but like you said, he's dead.
And it's not equal either way.
It's as equal as it's gonna get.
Yeah, but
Honestly.
oh,
oh,
that is that. I mean,
I have a weird idea.
Flash versus Vision
No.
doesn't quite work.
Well,
Flash versus
all depends on how you do it.
Yeah, Flash is weird. Flash versus Ultron? No, that
Yeah, I
doesn't
was
work
thinking
at
about
all.
No. Let's stop right there. Oh wait, are we including What If?
Yeah, we can include What If. It's part of the
Nah.
canon.
I wouldn't take it that far. That's going out of like that's.
Who would we?
It is
Then you
part
can-
of the canon.
But then you're just gonna introduce the entire multiverse at that point. You should
Well,
really
no,
just.
the people that we've seen so far. We're not introducing everybody from the
You're talking about the
multiverse.
multiverse, though.
I know, but only the characters that we've seen so far.
Nah,
We're not
shouldn't stick to the
speculating
multiverse.
into what multiverse is. you know?
Doctor Strange.
We already know. Wanda.
Doctor Strange.
Against Flash.
Oh, you meant sorry. I blanked out there.
it might
I
work.
heard Doctor, so
Doctor.
That'll be interesting. You know, the Flash is running, and all of a sudden, Doctor Strange opens up a portal, and he lands like in Antarctica or something. You know. So,
okay, I actually like that. That's kind of funny.
yeah, I think for the shock value, Doctor Strange versus Flash works.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, you want to run so fast? I'm gonna open up a portal. You're gonna run right into that wall. You know?
That is great.
So that okay. Listen,
What about,
whatever. That kind of works.
what about Cyborg?
That
well,
I would
Cyborg
say.
is Ultron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cyborg has to fight Ultron.
Oh, that's gonna be
Well,
a little bit.
which version? Because the regular one in the MCU is dead, and I don't think you want him fighting Visiontron.
Well, we don't know.
Oh, well, yes, that's true. That's true. He's not entirely gone.
No,
Yes.
come on, don't do
Spi-
this.
Spider-Man already
Son,
confirmed
why
it.
is he so quiet?
Because
He's
it's Ultron.
planning.
Yes, he's planning.
No,
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. That's what Ultron
Son,
is
why would
supposed
you-
to do to begin with.
Yes, I know, but why would you force him into the multiverse?
I mean, it's
He would've-
kind of like
he would
a
just
taste
ignore
of
it.
things to come
No,
type thing.
no,
like,
no,
I don't know.
I mean, Age of Ultron really didn't do Ultron.
Oh,
well,
no, it did not.
You know, that's
It did not.
I know what
So-
Ultron is like. It's just
yeah. We're hoping that we get an
No.
I want the
actual,
real Ultron.
real
I'm
Ultron.
sorry, they
What if
screwed
was
it
a
up,
taste
but-
for it?
No,
So Ultron is out there.
No.
Ultron
Yeah.
is out
No.
there. So Ultron
no,
versus
no. You
Cyborg.
no.
That doesn't. No, I'm sorry. Don't bring Ultron back. He's cool.
No,
And
we
they
need
screwed him up?
we need a good version of Ultron.
No.
Yes, we
You're
did.
you're trying to do the Snyder cut thing.
No, this is not Snyder Cut thing.
You're trying.
No
to,
one's going and trying to redo Age of
You're
Ultron.
trying to redo.
But you also
Ultron,
but you also have to remember Ultron always reimagines himself. You know, when he gets defeated, he comes back stronger. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of his thing, right?
Or
Yeah.
maybe
You can never
have like
really.
a
I don't think they've ever really killed Ultron, have they?
Not to my recollection.
Yeah, they've only
Okay.
stopped him for like a quick minute, and he always comes back. So he's the
Yes.
perfect guy to do this.
Okay, fine. You can have him like doing his thing where he's like floating off in space or something like that in like a chip thing, like they did with
Next
Pimtron.
Avenger. Oh, that.
And the next Avengers or whatever. But even still, you do not want him in the multiverse. Just don't.
He's
do that.
already in the multiverse, bro.
You don't want him in the DC versus Marvel verse because that's just gonna clash on every level.
No, it's not.
Yes, it will.
No, it's not.
That's so disgusting to think about. Why would he work alongside the Avengers?
He's not. Oh, we already had villains fighting the DC.
No.
No, you know.
Yeah,
No.
that happens.
I'm sorry. Let him be and let him
And
come
if
back
he-
as
if
a
he
villain for
finds-
later because then
If he
You're-
finds that the DC, I mean, he's not necessarily fighting with the Avengers. He's fighting against the DC characters.
but that's just gonna bring a bad taste for
Why?
Ultron because you're not bringing him back as the all-knowing villain that he's supposed to be. You're just bringing him back as a teammate.
Wait. But we're not talking about this being part of the MCU. We're just having fun with who fights against who. You're taking it a little bit too far.
Yeah, but we're talking
bringing
about
him into
how-
MCU.
Yeah,
no,
but how
no,
it fits into the story though.
No. We never said that.
Yeah, but
No.
you should also
just-
do it how
did.
it fits into the story because otherwise
No.
it doesn't make sense.
This is just the geek out to see which characters would be cool to fight with.
Forget it. Never mind. I'm
You're
out.
not. We've never said that this is how.
Well,
We
to be
should-
fair, we were talking about
We were
who
talking-
can and who can't fight because they're dead.
Yes, that doesn't make any sense.
No, but
Oh
we're
my-
using. But okay, the whole premise of this exercise was who can fight DC versus Marvel based on the characters that are in the MCU right
so then
now.
we're just doing power level ratings.
Yes, that's all we were doing.
Oh, so then
we were never
frick it.
talking about storyline.
Flash versus
Yeah.
freaking
We're on to Cyborg.
Yeah, and Cyborg, it's already decided. Ultron.
The
Or
only
Vision.
or Vision.
I'm out.
That's the only other person
Sorry,
that we can
I'm
use.
just gonna disagree there.
Who would you have fight Cyborg?
I don't know, just not Ultron. I'm sorry.
They're both AI computery dudes.
Nah, bro.
They're
No.
literally shadows of each other.
No.
All right, moving on.
Moving on.
Who else do we have out there?
You have Shazam.
Just put WandaVision. Now
Who's
who's
WandaVision?
I mean Wanda.
Wanda Maximoff.
Wanda's
Scarlet
already
Witch.
got Dr. Fate, though.
Dr. Fate isn't in the movie yet. He's not in the universe yet.
Neither is Black Adam. Why are we even talking about him to begin with, then?
Okay, so then
We
fine.
know that they're coming, so those are characters that are in.
I don't
pre-existing.
know, man. I don't know.
Um,
You guys are going weird with this.
We're not going weird with anything.
All right. Eli's having a meltdown here, so I don't know. But who were you talking about again?
So the next one up was Shazam.
Shazam. Okay, Shazam. If we're dealing with magic, Shazam can either. Okay, if you don't want to do Wanda, you have Thor.
Versus Shazam. That's not fair at all.
Oh, well, Thor versus Shazam. Okay.
That's not fair though.
How's that not fair?
Thor isn't that powerful, bro.
Thor is one of the
Right?
most powerful characters.
Have
in
you
the
been
MCU.
watching the movies lately?
I don't know. It just doesn't seem equal.
Bro, he took on Thanos head on in Endgame with all 5 Infinity Stones.
And his power is no longer tied to Mjolnir.
Oh wait, Thor is not even in the universe. I mean,
No,
well,
he's still in the
he's in the
universe.
universe, but he doesn't have his powers anymore.
He has his
He's got
powers
all
still.
His powers.
Oh wait, that's right. He's not.
He doesn't
passing it
need.
on.
He doesn't need the hammer anymore. He literally.
He just
The
uses
power-
it to fight.
Yeah, the power is
okay.
in him. It's not the hammer anymore.
Okay, that works.
So Thor versus Shazam seems to work pretty well because they're both gods, right?
Yeah.
they both use lightning.
How's that gonna work?
You know?
Like,
Oh, man.
are they
I
gonna
don't know.
absorb it? Are they gonna?
I think
The
that
Emperor.
probably out of all
The
the
Emperor moment, bro.
yeah, I think out of all the characters that we've talked about, this one is probably the most evenly matched. I don't know how you go, because we haven't seen Shazam fully powered yet in the DCEU, right?
Yeah,
He's still kind
he's
of
still learning.
fumbling around and
Yeah.
stuff like that, right? So I think right now that's probably the most evenly matched out of all of the characters that we've spoken about so far.
Hmm.
You know, Black Adam.
Huh.
Black Adam's a tough one also, because Black Adam is everything that Shazam is, but he doesn't give a crap.
knows. And he knows how to use that power.
And he doesn't give a crap. You know, he'll murder you without even blinking an eye. Shazam is tough. Shazam, I know that you have her matched up to Dr. Fate, but I think Shazam and Scarlet Witch kind of is going to be an interesting drag out fight.
Do you say Shazam and Scarlet Witch?
No, Black Adam and Scarlet Witch.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Or Agatha. Agatha Harkness.
She's gonna try draining his magic, bro.
Which is not a bad thing to do. I mean, if you don't want to use Wanda because you want Wanda with Dr. Fate, the only other person that you can kind of put in her place would be Agatha Harkness, right?
Okay, all right.
So I don't know if she's strong enough to take Black Adam, which kind of the power that she has of draining magic from other people would kind of even the playing field there a little bit, right? So that might be an interesting match. I still think Black Adam would completely destroy her, you know. But if she did have the one chance to kind of drain him of his magic and kind of even it out, I think that's like the Hail Mary that she would need, and maybe even the odds, you know. But if that doesn't happen, Black Adam murders her.
Yeah.
Right? You agree with that?
I do.
Okay.
Who else is out there?
Come on. Aquaman.
Oh, Aquaman. How did I forget?
Aquaman doesn't have a counterpart in the MCU yet. It's rumored, but we're using current characters. You have a thought about Aquaman?
No. I don't know who goes up against him.
I mean, he's not. Well, actually, I know we're not going by the comics, but if we're talking super strength, he actually runs up there close with Superman. Believe it or not.
For real?
He's super powerful.
Yeah.
You know.
But if we're talking,
especially underwater, League of His Own, 20,000 leagues under the sea.
That's so corny. That's cringe. Oh my god.
I don't know anybody in the MCU that would match up with him.
I would have said, well, no. Again, you can't do Captain America because he's like...
No, that's not going to work, bro. Come on.
Yeah, Captain America, while he's strong, he's not as strong as Shazam. I mean, why do I keep talking about Shazam? You know what I'm saying? As Aquaman, you know?
I will pitch out the Eternals again, but I don't know.
What about Hulk? We gotta throw Hulk with somebody. We haven't done him yet, and
but see, here's the thing.
He's powerful.
Here's the thing, though. Aquaman isn't the butt of DC's joke anymore.
No, I know that. But they haven't really showed how strong Aquaman is in the movies yet, right? They've kind of hinted at it. They've kind of teased us with it, but they've never really shown his full capability, right?
I guess not. No,
we got to pair Hulk with somebody. You know, I
mean, I get. See, here's the thing. What if Aquaman wins?
Aquaman's gonna win either way.
Yeah, I know.
That's just a given.
we pair Hulk with? I feel like Hulk is getting shafted in all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so let's finish.
Steppenwolf? Oh wait, but he's dead.
No.
Oh, well, you can't. Darkseid? No.
Oh
Don't
my
even
God,
know.
no.
No
Darkseid, he
way.
comes
Come
with
on.
Darkseid.
No.
Oh, we're talking about Hulk. Yeah, we're talking about Hulk.
about Hulk.
Well, even Steppenwolf is kind of a. Well, I don't know. Yeah,
Not even. I mean, you take away the
Hold
axe,
on.
they're roughly not equal, but that's a fairer fight than Darkseid by miles.
Doomsday would have been an interesting fight
If he weren't
Doomsday is
already
dead.
dead.
I know,
Doomsday
Already
is
but
garbage.
Doomsday is kind of the closest comparison to the Hulk that we have because he gets stronger as he fights, right?
Suicide
Yeah.
Squad? Can we do that?
Of course.
Yeah, they're
There
part
you
of
go.
the.
King Shark.
Versus Hulk.
Oh, the entire Suicide Squad.
I mean, I don't think it would be fair per se.
I think
No,
a better would
I'd
be.
say that's balanced though.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
That's
with
pretty
that.
balanced though.
I mean, I guess I would have actually. I like the idea of King Shark versus Hulk better.
But
to
I
be
think
honest.
Hulk would
destroy
still
him.
destroy King Shark.
Just put his head underwater.
Yeah, King Shark is
Literally.
not. I mean, he's
not smart, but he was still strong in that movie.
He's not as
Very
strong.
durable.
Let's be
yeah,
real
but
here.
Not
No.
as strong as Hulk.
Yeah,
Even depowered Hulk in the MCU is probably stronger
Yeah,
than King Shark.
that's for sure.
All right.
But I do like the idea of the entire Suicide Squad. I mean,
Oh.
Amanda Waller, go take out the Green Man. How strong is he? I don't know. Find out.
Imagine Peacemaker.
Perfect setup.
Wait,
Imagine Peacemaker
No
trying to
freaking
fight
way.
the Hulk.
yo, does Martian Manhunter count? Because he's in the Snyderverse.
I'd say that counts. If
Oh,
we're talking
yeah.
Darkseid and Steppenwolf,
There you go. there you go.
It counts.
You have people there. Let me just hold up.
I forgot about Martian Manhunter.
But he's too powerful though.
We haven't seen what he. Well, we know what he can do, but
yeah, but
like
we haven't seen what he can do. In that
honestly, again,
DCEU.
the closest matchup for at least Martian Manhunter would have been Vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What if they?
They're both.
Man.
Yeah, that would definitely works.
I'm trying to figure out how we can pair up Loki and Sylvie in a match.
And we've
Deadpool.
begun to see Loki. He is
Oh, no.
much stronger than
Deadpool would destroy
Deadpool. They're
them,
in the
must
same
be.
universe.
And Deadpool would destroy them. Oh wait, Deadpool.
Yeah.
No, I thought you meant Deathstroke.
Oh, we forgot about Deathstroke.
Deathstroke would destroy them. Though. Let's be for real
Okay,
here.
so
Deathstroke destroys
hold
them.
on.
Yes.
Hold on. MCU, do we include the Netflix characters?
Yes, let's do it. Come on, let's do it.
Is that part
They're
of the-
supposed to be in it to
Forget
begin
it.
with.
I don't care.
They do.
No,
they do talk
They make
about.
reference to the MCU, and
they
they're
do.
technically supposed to be in the MCU to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some of them are getting canceled.
No, they're thinking about bringing them back.
All of them.
Just as different.
yeah,
Some
well,
of them
I
are
don't
being
know.
recasted. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Deathstroke versus Punisher.
I'd say
Come
Daredevil.
on. Deathstroke,
Daredevil's the
Deathstroke
better against Deathstroke.
Deathstroke still destroys them. It doesn't matter. Deathstroke is
So
just
then-
on a different level.
So is
The
It's
whole
Deathstroke-
Defenders then.
So is
I'd
Deathstroke
say even still.
powered?
Deathstroke, see, here's the thing.
Is he just
Is
an
the-
assassin or is he
He-
powered in the
Sword.
DCEU?
He is an assassin. He's like Batman level fighting style.
Yes.
Right.
Type stuff. He is powered depending on the iteration you're talking about.
Right, but
I don't
that's
know what route they decided to do in the EU.
Exactly.
But-
Sword.
Not only that, he kind of has a limited regeneration factor too.
Yeah, I know. So it depends on what version they're using in the DCEU,
Yeah.
and we don't know. You know,
Mhm.
he could just be an assassin and whatnot, kind of like Deadshot and
yeah.
stuff like that.
But I have a feeling Deathstroke in the comics is very, very powerful, right? I mean, he's taken the entire.
He's fought a god.
Yeah,
He has the God Killer sword
Well, he had
Didn't
that
he?
for a little bit.
for a little bit, but even
He
still,
did use it. He
bro,
did.
I don't think the Defenders can do anything to him.
Well, again, that
I mean, they got
is the
freaking
co-
Iron Fist. Come
that's-
on.
That's the comics where we're talking
Here we
about
go.
the EU.
Here we
Okay,
go.
no, but I'm saying as
Here we
if we were to rate the defenders. The defenders aren't.
No,
really
I got a better match
strong,
for Deathstroke.
So
Deadpool.
he's gonna be so annoyed. It's not even funny. It's gonna.
But that'll
piss him off.
that'll kind of add to it
I know.
too.
Yeah,
I know that's the
And
point.
I think they're a little bit
bro.
more evenly matched, right?
Well,
If we use powered Deathstroke.
Yeah.
If we use powered Deathstroke,
The only thing is he won't be able to kill him. Like
well, I think that's
Deadpool,
awesome, though, right?
Deadpool will certainly be able to. Deadpool has a much better chance of killing Deathstroke, but he will not have a chance. Like that's gonna drag out, and it's gonna be so funny because
be awesome.
Deathstroke will try everything he can to kill Deadpool, and Deadpool will just laugh it all off. And then when Deadpool decides to get bored, he'll just kill him.
So let me ask
That's
you a question,
funny.
and you guys can probably tell me a little bit more about this then, because I know about it, but I'm not very familiar. How does the God Killer sword work? Is that something that he can use against Deadpool, or
so? What that is that well again, he doesn't have it in the DCEU to be fair, but
no, I know, but I'm just speculating because
so the way
we don't know what this Deathstroke is.
So if I remember correctly, the God Killer sword was created by Hephaestus, the Greek god, and he used that sword to kill a Titan.
Would that work on Deadpool? That seems pretty powerful, right?
I don't know though. That's the thing, because Deadpool can. Well,
No,
it actually. Here's the thing.
Because
Deadpool isn't blessed by death. Deadpool, he can still technically die, because I think there's a difference between regular I'm going to heal against everything Deadpool and blessed by death Deadpool, which you literally just will not ever be able to kill.
Exactly. And I think the MCU version would not be that version.
Yeah.
So the God Killer might kind of even the playing field a little bit here, right? In a sense.
It's weird. I guess you can kind of make the case for that, but I don't know, to be honest. I really don't.
Here's an even weirder one and much bigger at scale. Lex Luthor versus Shield.
Nick Fury, but like on a conceptual level.
Yeah, on a not like obviously
Yeah.
they're not gonna like shoot Lex Luthor down or anything like that. But you have like intellect versus
Just
intellect.
imagine, you just painted a picture in my mind. Like Lex Luthor's there signing away contracts to like I don't know, hide the cure to cancer or something.
Oh, no.
And then Nick Fury just bursts into his office and like, Abafra, what do you think you're doing? And he just like offs him right there. I don't know.
You know who Lex Luthor would also match up well with, even though we haven't matched up with somebody else? Baron Zemo.
Yeah, that too.
They're kind of the same character in a way, right?
Yeah.
They know that they can't beat the hero straight on, so they plot and plan and scheme behind the scenes, right?
You know. Am I thinking what you're thinking?
No, you're probably not.
Oh.
But go say yours before I say
What
mine.
if they team up? There's no reason to fight each other. What if they team up and take down
the heroes?
Yeah, the heroes. Like
That's
secretly
who
behind
does?
all the battle.
Baron Zemo and Lex Luthor.
And Luthor.
So that is a story.
No.
That is a storyline that you can throw. Now, if we're going to be talking about storylines, that's a storyline you might be able to throw into the MCU.
Oh, that is
and the
terrible.
DCEU.
I say that's an overpowered duo.
Oh my god!
Like that's not even funny. How
and they can recruit villains to help them.
Oh, bro,
that's like a
like
new
secretly while the heroes are fighting,
a new Legion of Doom.
a legion is forming.
Oh, that's crazy. That is a crazy story right there.
That is an awesome story.
Who can they get on
Now-
their team? I need to search this.
I
Who
hate
can they get on their team?
while you look that up. I hate to bring it back to this movie. Like I'm sure you were when you were talking about Suicide Squad before. You were talking about the James Gunn version. I'm gonna throw it back to the other version for a second.
Well,
because
did
it
have
is
more
still
powerful characters on there, right?
That still technically is part of that continuity.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Enchantress.
That's Sylvie, right? Oh wait,
Yeah.
no, that's not DC.
No,
or-
that's
No,
the DC
DC's
Enchantress.
Enchantress.
Remember the first
Oh,
movie, the one
wait.
that they were fighting, the witch
Oh.
lady,
Oh
really-
no.
Enchantress versus Enchantress, and Loki.
Oh, Jesus
Uh,
Christ.
That actually probably would have been better served with, again, Wanda or Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I know. There's
But
not a
she's
lot
not
of
that
magic in
powerful.
the MCU right now.
She's not that powerful, Enchantress, because
She is.
bro, Harley Quinn just literally batted her to death.
That was
And
a
that was the end
of
that
that.
was
that was
just
bad
a
storytelling.
I know,
That was
but-
bad
Yeah,
storytelling.
if you're following the DCEU, I mean,
you know what?
I mean-
well,
there's
she
a
didn't
part of
take
me-
a bat. She used Katana's sword.
oh, Katana sword.
Yeah, the sword.
And that's
the
a
sword stealer.
that's a
or the
magic.
sword.
the Soul Stealer.
The soul stealer.
But even still, I mean, you're following DCEU.
I know. So, do you have that list of villains that you want to put in with Lex Luthor and Baron Zemo?
There's
I mean,
not that
he
many.
already hired
characters.
Deathstroke. There's one.
Deathstroke,
true.
that's for sure. I'd like to say probably a lot of people from the Suicide Squad would fit in with that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard for them to
Bloodsport.
get like
Bloodsport, yeah.
like other type of villains because those villains would want to try and take over. Like guys like Black Adam. Black Adam wouldn't
Yo.
play well with Lex Luthor and
Black-
Baron Zemo.
Black Manta.
Ooh.
Oh
Black
my
Manta is a
god.
guy.
There we
Get
go.
out of here. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
What about Aquaman's brother,
Orm. Okay,
Uh,
that.
But see, he's again another guy that wants to lead, not
Yeah.
follow. So
I'd like
You'd have to find something
Lackeys.
that'll keep them in line,
Hmm.
even
That's
if
true.
you were going to do that.
that's true.
Yeah, you gotta offer them something, which I'm sure Lex Luthor can find a way to do. But like,
Absolutely.
Yondu? No, Yondu's dead, right?
oh yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
oh
he's
yeah,
dead.
and they said that it was definite, right?
Yeah,
That
he gone.
sucks.
He gone.
So is Ego.
There's not a lot of people from Marvel though.
Well, Marvel has a tendency of killing off their villains, so
Yeah,
which is super bad. So
and there's
Oh
not a
my
lot of people in the
God.
middle.
If
I would've
they
said-
kept the original version of this character and not killed them, a perfect one for Deathstroke would have been Taskmaster.
well, Taskmaster is still alive.
Yeah,
Oh wait, oh yeah, that's right. She didn't die.
Yeah, she didn't die. She went off with those people, right?
If they hadn't
I
killed,
forgot.
The
Right,
widows.
Guardian.
The widows.
Yeah, exactly. She went off with the widows and stuff. So
bro, if they hadn't killed him off, Killmonger would have been a perfect. He needed to have a reserve spot there. He's like VIP on that team, bro. I swear.
really quick before we end the show, because we're running up against it in terms of time. There's one character that we've completely forgotten in the MCU. A super huge character that
Yeah, I know.
who do you think I'm talking about?
Widow. Like, wait, no, she's
No.
dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
Oh.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, but
Oh.
Spider-Man doesn't really.
He is part of the MCU.
He's there, but like, who's
He's-
he gonna be paired up with though?
in the DC universe.
I would. Well, no, I wouldn't say Deadshot. Deadshot would just.
Yeah, pop
Yeah.
him right there and then.
Yeah.
Spider-Man would be
I
good.
mean, unless we don't know how good
What if he's
his
trying-
spider sense is.
But in the story sense, what if he's trying to warn them about the Legion? About, like he's the dude who's like trying to warn everybody about Lex Luthor and
See the
and
problem
Baron.
the problem with the MCU Spider-Man is that he's not as intelligent as the comic book Spider-Man.
yeah.
Because comic book Spidey, he's a scientist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, he does work for the Daily Bugle, but
Well-
at the end of the day, all the stuff that he makes is his. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he is getting there. I mean,
I
there was
guess.
that thing with Homecoming, right?
Yeah, in the sense, but
Or
they
not
don't.
Homecoming. Far From Home.
Yeah, but they don't really lean into
Yeah,
that.
they
you know what
don't.
I'm saying? They don't focus on the fact that Peter Parker is super intelligent. You know, so it kind of makes it a little bit difficult. I don't know anybody in DCU right now that works for him.
Aquaman
You
versus
know?
Spider-Man and Miles is not a thing.
No.
No,
Miles
Not
is
in the
a thing.
MCU.
none of them. Yeah, I mean, Miles could be in the MCU at some point. Miles Morales,
And I would like to say Venom and Spider-Man because I know they've worked together in the past.
but who are they
But-
fighting against?
They're not exactly. They don't even know.
Venom
each
is
other
not in the MCU.
Yeah, that's why
You
I'm
know.
saying in the MCU it wouldn't make sense.
Spidey is.
I would have said Black Spider-Man, the black suit.
But he's not in MCU.
Yeah, I know, and that's
you know?
why
So
there's not much to do with Spider-Man.
I'm trying to think. I was gonna say a funny fight if they hadn't killed this character in the DCEU would have been Spider-Man and he's not dead. He's not dead.
He's not
Spider-Man
dead.
versus
He's not
Weasel.
dead.
He's not dead.
But I was thinking
just
more
like
so along the
Deadpool, never
along the
die.
lines of Spider-Man and Ant-Man teaming up to fight Starro.
Oh God.
That'd be funny.
Oh,
That'll be
God.
crazy.
That is
Who
horrible.
would Spider-Man fight though?
Oh, and we forgot about Hank Pym and Wasp.
Yeah, I guess.
You could put them on the same team.
Yeah, I guess.
A trial.
You know.
God, who would they fight?
There's no, I'm looking
Who
through
we
the
have? We have
DCEU list.
Batman versus Superman. and
That was
That was
Doomsday.
only Doomsday. You have Shazam.
Zod is dead.
Zod is
Can't
dead.
do
Yeah.
anything with that. Damn it.
Alfred.
Yes.
Yes.
Spider-Man
Yes.
versus Alfred.
Let's go. Easy match for
Oh
Alfred.
my god.
KGB.
That other guy from
KGB.
Shazam is dead.
Green Lantern is kind of a thing.
No.
Well, Green
not really.
Lantern.
Yeah, Green Lanterns, but still, that's not even a fair fight either. I think Green Lanterns are overpowered for Spidey.
Yeah.
KG Beast versus the Trio. It doesn't make
KG
sense,
Beast,
but
KG Beast
He's
is
dead.
dead also.
oh, he is. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Batman killed him.
Yeah. Back when he was kind of like Dark Knight Batman.
And they don't have
Black
Joker.
Manta.
The only thing that's a
mean-
problem is those huge lasers, but I guess the Spidey sense could help with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
and I don't
Who-
see
who
how
else is
Ant-Man
there?
and Wasp will have a problem with that.
Wonder, Cheetah.
Oh yeah, Cheetah's not dead.
Cheetah's not dead.
No,
Che-
but she
oh,
got
no.
reverted.
Yeah, I know.
And thank God they're not bringing that back.
Ares is
Jesus,
not a thing.
1990.
He's dead too.
And also,
Wait, he's dead?
yeah,
Yeah,
she killed
he's
him.
dead.
Oh no.
Who else is there? Darn, you know what? The problem is DC doesn't have a lot of films that you can grab from. You know what I'm saying? What about some of the guys that are going to show up in Black Adam?
Hawkman?
Hawkman?
Maybe?
No, that's
But
that's
Hawkman, it
not.
depends on which Hawkman we get.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? We can get Egyptian Hawkman or we can get alien Hawkman.
Ugh.
Adam
I'm saying?
Smasher? I don't know.
Adam Smasher's probably better
They haven't
fighting Ant-Man.
They haven't brought in
Yeah,
Green Arrow yet,
true.
right?
No,
There hasn't
they
been a
have
reference to
not.
him? No.
Spidey right now is kind of the outlier.
We forgot about Hawkeye.
Oh, and Hawkeye and Black Widow.
But Black Widow's dead. Like I said.
So why don't we do this?
and
Just for the
Yelena-
sake of
Well,
time.
you could technically segue that with Yelena.
Yeah, that's
Black
why.
Widow.
So
yeah,
so
Yelena.
here's what we can do just for the sake of time because we're really running up against it. Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Spider-Man team up against the Suicide Squad.
I mean, okay. I'm all right with that.
I'd say it
mean-
works better with Hulk, but I see where you're going.
Yeah, just because we're running out of time. So you know what I'm saying? But I mean that kind of works because you have two underpowered characters. You have Spidey who's a little bit powered, and then the Suicide Squad, depending on which version, they do have powered characters also. And Harley.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
all right. So I think that wraps us for this version of the CrossGen podcast. That was cool. I like geeking out and trying to figure out who would fight. Although it's never going to happen. Although
It shouldn't.
Kevin Feige said never say never.
Well, with the Lex Luthor and
I like
Baron
that. I
Zemo
like
idea,
that
I
idea.
like that. I
Yeah,
like
I like
that.
that idea a lot. So that works. All right. So everybody, thank you for joining the CrossGen podcast. We want to let you know that next week we're going to be taking the week off, but we'll be back the following week with another exciting episode. So again, until then, my name is Walt.
This is Omega AJ.
frick.
Eli Atreides.
Yeah.
Wasn't that it?
Yeah, Elijah Atreides, yes. And
And now, our tagline, which never works.
may our webs cross again?
May our franchises cross over again.
Yeah.
I like both of them. May our webs
I
cross
like-
again.
yes, I
and
like-
may our franchise crossover again. I like both of them. So we're gonna go double this time. So Eli,
May our
webs.
webs cross again.
Just said it.
May our franchises cross over again.
All right. Later, people.